Hey everyone, Thordan Smash here, out in Moab, enjoying a nice day before we go mountain biking tomorrow. But today we're going to be talking about buffs and nerfs coming to Apex Legends because it's going to completely change the game. We're going to go over all of that, but without further ado, let's dive in. Alright Legends, we are inching closer to Season 27 each day, so grab your coffee, charge your jetpacks because Valk is going to be involved, and make sure your R99 has a skin this time because, well, it's probably going to be replaced in just a second. We are going to be talking about everything for buffs for Horizon, Valkyrie, and Rampart. We're also going to go over the Olympus rework, a missing R99 Mythic skin that is looking to finally come in on the beginning of the season, and also new dual blade heirlooms. So let's go ahead and start with Olympus, which we've talked about. That map, well, it seems like it's still going to be around because there's going to be a brand new one that comes from an alternate parallel universe. This is once again all tied to Alter, which makes sense because the map is being altered, but it looks like a full reconstruction phase tying into lore events that hint at Frontiers War slowly bleeding into the Apex games. But we're going to go ahead and move away from that because we've already covered it so many times. Let's talk about Horizon, the Scottish scientist turned zero-gravity demon mom. Since her nerfs back a couple seasons ago, Horizon has been stuck in meta purgatory. Her gravity lift became less of a tactical advantage and more of an easy shoot-me sign. Her black hole ult lost suction faster than Mirage's relationships, and her pick rate has plummeted. But the Season 27 leak says she's getting a major buffs. And here's what we've heard through data mines and dev teasers. Apparently there's going to be an improved lift stability, so players will regain their air control while floating, faster tactical resets, gravity lifts could have reduced cooldown, allowing for more fluid fights, tighter black hole pool radius, which means less people walking out of it moments. Now let's discuss the impact of that. If Horizon gets back her old air strafing, we're looking at a return to high skill ceiling movement metas. You'll see beams raining from the sky again, pros will start levitating mid-fight like they're auditioning for Cirque du Soleil. It is also going to affect team composition. Horizon pairs perfectly with legends like Fuse, Mad Maggie, or even Valkyrie, who is also apparently getting some stuff, creating vertical assault squads that can dominate both open terrain and indoor fights. And in the long-term meta, this might hint that Respawn is bringing back skill expression legends. For the past few seasons, we've seen a move towards simplicity. Conduit, Newcastle, and even when Revenant got his rework, it was all a little bit more grounded. Horizon's buff seems to be reversing that. It's going to reward movement mastery again, very similar to how Ashe got absolutely picked for the last couple seasons when she got her buffs. But next up is going to be Valkyrie. There are tons of leaks that tease that Rampart has been working on her jetpack with lines like, finally cracked that problem, nobody's getting past these walls, and she was killing time while upgrades were being done on her jetpack. And it's not just lore fluff, that's Respawn foreshadowing a buff. Here's what we can basically glean from the leaks and, information so far is the reduced fuel consumption so Val can stay airborne longer, improved hover control making mid-air shooting smoother, and faster boost acceleration which would allow her to dodge shots more effectively. Now imagine combining these with the brand new Olympus, which is wide open vertical map, and honestly it looks like Respawn is going for a full mobility renaissance. And the meta implications are once again very massive. When Valk is strong, the entire ranked meta changes. Teams can rotate faster, zone control becomes irrelevant, and late game positioning favors squads that can drop from the sky instead of fight their way in. And remember, Valkyrie has always been a tempo setter legend. She doesn't just change her team's pace, she changes the pace of the entire lobby. If Respawn is buffing her again, it could signal a return of aerial dominance in the game. Honestly, I expect to see a ton of Horizon Valk comps in competitive again, especially paired with Conduit or Lifeline for sustainability. And of course, not everything is going to be movement based because apparently Rampart might finally be getting a improvement to her kit. Respawn's hint, finally cracked that amp cover problem, nobody's getting past these walls, suggests a major change to her tactical. Most likely scenarios means amped walls deploy faster, increase health or durability, and possible overcharge mechanic, maybe her walls get stronger the longer they stay up. Combine that with her ultimate Sheila, which she might get improved mobility or ammo sustain, and Rampart could finally become once again a viable anchor legend, and the gaming merchant finally just logged back into Apex Legends. And long term, this could redefine defensive play in Apex. For the past 10 seasons, defensive legends have been on the decline, mobility and burst damage rule the game at this point, along with movement. So imagine if Horizon and Valk take control of the skies, Rampart dominates ground control, and the two dynamics clash, mobility versus fortification, especially with that whole broken window leak. Now, let's go ahead and talk about cosmetics, because no Apex season is complete without a dash of weird marketing confusion. The R99 Mythic skin is apparently scheduled to drop on November 5th, and of course there is going to be the dual-wield Super Legend Blades. Those won't actually be coming at launch apparently, that's going to be coming for the first event. Apparently these are all still in development, which in Respawn terms means you'll get them sometime between now and the next tax season. There's also going to be a number of new skins releasing on November 5th, most likely for this event. They include skins for Ashe, Conduit, Revenant, Wraith, and Octane. Octane's got this like weird bug looking thing going on, kind of like a Power Ranger but rainbow-esque. Wraith is well, purple I guess. Revenant kind of looks like a interdimensional being along with Ash. I actually think that's going to tie into the new map. We actually don't know what the Conduit one looks like, but that's basically a bunch of stuff you guys can be expecting from the new update drops in about a week's time or so. But without further ado, we're going to jump into community clips. Don't forget to submit your own to me at Thordan Smash on Twitter. Without further ado, it's rolling.
Watch out! I'm opening the sky!
You are the Apex Champions.
I looted our teammate's banner. Setting a portal.
Brilliant. Just fucking brilliant. No way. Oh my god, there's a whole other team. We probably shouldn't be talking. That's bad. I should probably not
What a
move my
show
mouth.
this kid put on.
That's a great show. Great show.
Down below, guys, what do you think about the upcoming buffs and nerfs for Apex Legends? And also, don't forget to check out the video in the top left corner where I go ahead and have my outdoor channel where we cover a lot of fun stuff that we do out in the outdoors. But until next time, everyone, keep slaying in the Outlands. I'll see you out there.